Workers' Day 2026 arrives amidst rising economic pressures and growing uncertainty for public servants, reinforcing the call to reclaim workers' power and dignity in an age of crisis. A gap persists between policy decisions and workers' realities of rising costs, stagnant wages, and increasing deductions, whilst having to maintain service delivery. Recent increases in government employees' medical scheme member contributions adds to the strain, raising a critical question: when does a benefit become a burden? The PSA calls for accountability and real choice for workers. Reclaiming worker power requires meaningful participation with workers' voices influencing decisions. Restoring worker dignity is a necessity.
Welcome to today's episode of PSA Today, where we bring you conversations that matter to workers across South Africa. I'm your host, Rukshan Graaf, and today we pause to reflect on Workers' Day. Not just a historic milestone, but a day that reminds us that every right we enjoyed was hard fought for. South African workers are facing rising living costs, job insecurities, workplace pressures, and a rapidly changing labor landscape. It's clear South African workers are living in an age of crisis. Yet, even in these challenging times, one thing remains unchanged. The power of workers lies in their unity. The 2026 theme, Reclaiming Workers' Power and Dignity in an Age of Crisis, is not just a message, it's a mission. Today we're joined by PSA Labour Relations Officer Gracia Ricotso as we explore how workers can take back their space, their voice, and their dignity. Gracia, a very warm welcome to you.
Thank you very much for joining you, and in this very historical month, which is the month of workers, to celebrate the hard-earned victories and the challenges that we face.
Indeed. In today's climate of economic uncertainty and evolving workplaces, how can workers practically begin to reclaim their power?
Our understanding is that workers need to reclaim their power by making sure that they upskill themselves, they also adapt to the changing environment, and also make sure that they use their collective power to guard against the gains and the victories that we have registered in the past.
And when we look at the year 2026 and in the workplace, what does dignity in the workplace mean, and what are the warning signs that it's being eroded?
Dignity in the workplace talks to being respected, and there must be equity in the workplace. As soon as an employee feels that they are not respected, that is a huge warning sign where they need to obviously use the various legislations that are there, such as the Labour Relations Act or the grievance procedure, and give each other support to ensure that there is no bullying and they are respected in the workplace.
And looking ahead, how can workers build resilience and solidarity to ensure that they are not left behind in this time of crisis and change?
That is a very important question. Workers need to make sure that they are resilient. One of the most important things is to familiarize themselves with the various legislations. We can actually tap into the new amendment on the parental leave. That is a right that workers need to ensure that all employers comply with it. And in the event that there are challenges that they face, we've got avenues such as employee wellness, where they can also go there and also give each other support and ensure that they work as a team.
Thank you, Gracia. This Workers' Day, we must remember that your voice matters. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for joining us today. Thank you for sharing your valuable insights.
Thank you very much, and we will continue fighting for the workers. Happy Workers' Day to our members.
As we conclude today's episode, let's hold on to this. Workers' Day is not only about remembering the past, but also about reshaping the future. Reclaiming power begins with awareness, dignity begins with action, and sustaining both requires unity. In an age of crisis, workers must not retreat, they must rise. The PSA is committed to defending workers, amplifying workers' voices, and ensuring that no worker stands alone. Thanks for watching PSA Today. Don't forget to follow the Union of Choice on the PSA social media platforms, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, X, or visit www.psa.co.za. Happy Workers' Day. May your voice be heard, your dignity be protected, and your power reclaimed.